Good morning, everybody. Okay, how are you? Okay, thank you very much for coming to this conference. I'm going to talk about alcohol and drug abuse at school. Okay, your friend Sai has already given you the definition for drug. Drug is any substance or any chemical which can affect the functioning of your body or which can affect your attitude, your behavior. So, after this definition, let's give some examples of products which can be cited as drug. For example, you know them, cocaine is drug, heroin is drug, but don't also forget that alcohol is also drug because alcohol also affects your attitude. It also affects the functioning of your body. This precision is very important because generally people think that drinking alcohol is not serious as taking drug, but it is serious. To give you an example, when you drink a glass of beer, a glass of beer contains between 2 and 6% alcohol. You see, a bottle of wine contains between 8 and 20% alcohol. So drinking alcohol is also as dangerous as taking drugs. Okay? For example, in the United States, alcohol and drug cause 60% more deaths than any other cause of death between young people. You see how serious this situation is? Between the three major causes of death between young people, there is automobile accident, there is homicide, and there is suicide. These are the three principal causes of death between young people, and between these three causes, alcohol and drug are at the basis of these three causes. For example, people have automobile accident because they drink alcohol or because they take drug. People commit suicide because they drink alcohol or they take drug. You see how serious it is. So, this being said, what are the causes of drug and alcohol abuse? The causes are generally the lack of confidence. Sometimes young people, they lack confidence. And to recover confidence, they decide to drink alcohol or to drink beer. Okay? This is not a good attitude. Another cause of drug and alcohol abuse is the bad influence of friends. You have some friends who drink alcohol, who take drugs, so you feel obliged to behave like them, okay? So this is not a good attitude. Don't feel obliged to drink drug or take alcohol because your friends do so. Is it okay? And finally, the final cause is the media. Sometimes on the internet or on the TV, people see young people who take drug or who consume alcohol before doing spectacular things. So they think that taking drugs and drinking alcohol can help them accomplish what they like. This is not true, okay? So that's what I can say concerning the causes of drug and alcohol abuse. Now, what are the consequences of drug and alcohol abuse? The consequences are very numerous. For example, a person who takes drugs or a person who abuses alcohol loses appetite. He can stay 1 or 2 days without eating because he thinks that drinking alcohol or taking drugs can replace food. So that person becomes slim. He can have body injuries. For example, he can have problem with his stomach. He can have problems with his liver. So taking drug and alcohol is not good for your health. Is it okay? Another consequence is your relations with your friends or with your family. When you drink alcohol or when you take drugs, your relations with your family and your friends changes, okay? You become distant or you become aggressive in some cases, okay? So please don't take drug, don't abuse alcohol. Another consequence is the consequence on your studies. Your marks gets lower and lower simply because you drink alcohol, simply because you abuse drug. So taking drug and abusing alcohol is not good with students. Is it okay? So what can we propose as a solution to prevent students from taking drug and abusing alcohol? First solution is what we are doing now, what the English Club CBCG Cocody is doing now, sensitization. You have to sensitize young people concerning the consequences of drug and alcohol. This is the first solution. The second solution, what you can do if the person is already under the influence of drug or alcohol, what you can do is bring him your support. Don't reject a person who is a drug addict. Don't reject a person who is under the influence of alcohol. If you are his friends, come close to him, give him some pieces of advice, and if he doesn't change, inform his parents, because generally parents are not informed about the attitude of their children at school. So these are some solutions. Also, you can help him, you can put him in contact with a specialist if you know specialists in hospitals. Lead him to a specialist who can help him recover from his drug or his alcohol addiction. Is it okay? And finally, the final solution I can propose, and the best solution, is never, never, never to start. Because a person who smokes, a person who drinks alcohol will necessarily finish by taking drug. This is what I can say. And as a conclusion, I will simply ask the students, you students, to make a choice. To drink alcohol or to study, because drinking alcohol and taking drug does not go together with studying. So as a student, your choice is very simple. Choose to study because it is your studies which will help you accomplish yourself, realize your dream, and help your parents. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much for listening. Now, have you got any question concerning what I've just told you?
My name is Ako Agusi Henri Joel. Sir, is it normal for a student to drink alcohol and smoke drugs?
So first question, is it normal for a student to take drug and drink alcohol? Of course, no, it is not good. Because as I told you during the conference, drug and alcohol don't go together with studies. If you take drugs, you can lose your memory. For example, you study a lesson, you forget your lesson as soon as you take drug or you drink alcohol. If you take drug or alcohol, you also can have psychiatric problems. Is it okay? These are the different reasons why, for a student, it is not advisable to drink alcohol or to take drugs. Is it okay? Yeah, this is it.
My name is Benyansio Hugues Josaphat. Sir, what are the drawbacks of using drugs?
Concerning the drawbacks, for students, I told you, your marks are going to get worse and worse simply because you take drug and you drink alcohol. So also your health is going to deteriorate. You will have problems with your stomach, you will have problems with your liver, and as a student, you will be obliged to stay at the hospital instead of coming to school. So there are many, many consequences for students, and finally you can fail your exam simply because you are under the influence of drug and alcohol. These are the consequences of these two substances. No more questions? No. Okay, thank you very much for attending this conference. I hope you got the message behind this conference, and I hope you will stop. If some of you started taking drug, I hope you will going to stop. If some of you started drinking alcohol, I hope you are going to stop, okay? It is in your interest, and if you want to pass your exam, please stop taking drug, stop drinking alcohol. Thank you very much for your attention.